Hey team, Coach Alexa here. I wanted to follow on from last week's video about listening to your body, and talk a little about around, people say, oh well, I felt much better when I got back from my run, kind of implying therefore it was a good idea to go for a run, which in some ways could be quite a sensible way of determining whether running was a good idea for that particular day, week, month in your training plan. I guess as ever though, there's no black or white rules that are fit for purpose for 100% of situations. So I wanted to bring up an example that might bring a little bit of nuance to that, and that is, a runner of mine that might have an incredibly busy, stressful job, long hours, high stress, work creeping into evenings and weekends, etc. And for them, they might be feeling, or one of the reasons they might be feeling better after they finish their run or during their run, is that this is the only time, rather than when they're asleep, where they haven't got their work phone or their laptop and the distractions and the interruptions to their life that brings. So just the fact that running is that mental break from that source of stress means that you'll probably feel better during and after the run than when you did before. Does that mean that run was a better idea than doing some mindfulness or reading a good book or just sitting down next to a window with a view for 10 minutes and drinking a cup of tea, and just trying to focus on watching what's going on out the window? Does the fact that you feel good after a run mean that run was better than doing something else that might have ticked some of those boxes for your brain and body? No, it doesn't necessarily. And whilst that's okay on a day-to-day basis, sometimes if we're running in order to get some me time, get some time away from caring responsibilities or difficult situations at home or a stressful work, that can drive us towards doing a little bit too much running sometimes, if that is our only kind of coping mechanism or our only mechanism of switching off. The other thing to say is that, running can give us a nice little kind of post-run high sometimes, can't it? We can feel good, we challenge ourselves on the run, we feel good, we feel a bit of a boost afterwards. And like with lots of things in life that give us that little dopamine boost, make us feel good, we can want to kind of chase that a little bit. We want to feel good. I've had a bit of a rubbish day, I want to feel good, so I go out for a run. No, I know I'll feel good afterwards. And that can be useful and great for our bodies and our brains. Can sometimes also be the very, very, very beginning of a little bit of exercise addiction. Again, and we're talking about, the difference between the impact of that one run versus it becoming a sustained habit that impacts your training and your overall body balance over, the medium to longer term. So it's one thing to think about again, isn't it? I keep turning simple questions and giving complicated answers. But I think, one of the joys of my job as a running coach is the fact that things are complicated and things vary hugely from person to person. And that's just the physical element. They vary even more person to person when it comes to the mental and mindset side of things, and when it comes to people's lives and all the other sort of situational constraints that their lives, their work, their jobs, their family, their location, etc. bring to their running training. Anyway, a few thoughts there. I hope that's useful. Food for thought.